Hi, I'm Tamara, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, we're going to be talking about 5 great business ideas that you can start in 2023. So, stick around, you don't want to miss this. Business idea number 1 is real estate. Now, you can turn real estate into a business in one of 2 ways. You can flip properties or you can get rental income. Now, flipping properties means you would purchase a property, probably do some renovations to it, whether cosmetic or maybe upgrades to kitchens or bathrooms, and then sell that property for more than you paid for it, plus the amount that you use to renovate, because you want to make sure that you're making a clear profit. On rental income, you would purchase your property and rent that property out, making sure that your rental income is able to cover your mortgage or any other expenses that you have to pay and leave you with extra in terms of a profit. I have invested in real estate, and personally, it is the only investment that I have made where I was able to double my investment, right? I have been a landlord and I have flipped real estate, and both of those worked out very well for me. Business idea number 2 is retail. Yes, this involves buying items to resell. Now, I know you may be thinking, I don't want to sell anything. I can't sell. I'm not a seller. I felt this way, right? And I avoided selling things for a very long time. And then you know what? I had a new perspective. I said the reason why I was avoiding selling was because I didn't want to feel like I was harassing people or trying to get them to purchase something that maybe they really didn't want to buy. But when I thought about this, if I was able to sell people something at a highly competitive rate and it was something that they really wanted, then it really wouldn't be that difficult at all. Now, you can purchase wholesale items, whether online or in your area where you're living, and resell those items at a marked up price, right? You want to increase the prices, but you want to make sure that you remain competitive. So you don't want to outprice the market. You want to be able to even offer your items at a little bit less than what the going price is at other stores, whether online or physical stores. You have different options. You can sell the items out of your home, right? That way you have no overhead in terms of rent or that kind of thing. If you have a spare space, you can do that. Or you can sell your items online. And there are many different portals out there that facilitates selling your items. You have Shopify, you have Etsy, there are many options out there. Now, I did this particular business, and what I sold was household items. So I sold uh, bed linen, so bed sheets. I sold curtains. I sold bathroom rugs, bedroom rugs, kitchen rugs, and I was absolutely amazed at the profit margin. I really underestimated what you could make in retail. And I found that I was able to have a profit margin of 40 to 70%. And I did this as a side hustle. I didn't do it full time. And even as a side hustle, it was very profitable. And I'll have you know, I was doing this while I was a senior vice president at a company, right? So you have to decide. For me, being financially free was my priority. So I went ahead and entered into this side hustle that was extremely profitable. But you can do this as a full-time business if you so choose. The next business idea is transportation. Now, this idea is offering transportation as a specialized service. So, not necessarily doing Uber or Lyft, but having specialized services for companies or for individuals. So the first business idea under transportation is medical services. So there may be persons who need to be transported to the medical center, to a hospital, or to their doctor, and they're not able to drive themselves, but they need a comfortable transportation to take them to their appointment. And this is where the business comes in. You can offer specialized service. You may hire a practical nurse that would travel with the particular patient to their medical appointment. There are some people who have done minor surgery, or there are people who need to get to physiotherapy and they just can't drive themselves, but they want something comfortable to transport them to and from their appointment. And this would be a great idea. Now, there are companies who need transportation services for their staff. So here is the next opportunity. And they may need staff to be there at a particular time because their operations are time sensitive. So I'm thinking about companies like BPOs, medical centers, hospitals that would require maybe large numbers of staff to be at work at a particular time. You can get a loan from the bank, or if you already have several vehicles that you can use to negotiate with the company to transport their employees to and from work, right? And this way they can guarantee their staff getting to work on time. The next business idea under transportation is transportation for children. Now, there are some areas where the government sponsors transportation for school children, but there are many countries and many areas where this is not so. Parents have to figure out how to get their children to and from school. Now, we have many parents who have to work multiple jobs and they may just not have the time to pick up their kids in the middle of a working day, and they would need the support. So you can transport children to and from school by providing that service. And this could extend to the weekend as well, because sometimes on Saturdays, kids need to go to extra lessons, they need to go to swim class, they need to go to gymnastics. And Saturdays are busy, weekends are busy for parents. Parents need to do grocery shopping, they may have projects to do around the house, and they may need that additional support just to drop the kids to their activities and transport them back home. So there's another idea with transportation that you could do. Business idea number 4, open a beauty salon. Now, you may be saying, I'm not a hairstylist. I can't open a beauty salon. You actually can open a beauty salon. You can open a beauty salon by renting commercial space, creating booths for different stylists, and rent each booth to a stylist. Now, there are a lot of hairstylists out there, whether they are fresh out of school or they don't want to make the commitment to rent out commercial space and run a full-fledged salon. Maybe they just want their own area in a salon to service their own clients, right? And even though there's always the option to do this from home, many people don't want to have to service clients out of their home. So this would be a win-win situation. Now, it does require some outlay from you, some investment, but once you have the space and you have the booths ready, which is probably a chair, make sure each stylist would have their station, and it could be hairstylists, it could be nail technicians, then they would rent the station from you and they would pay you whether weekly or monthly the rental income for their particular station, and that's how you would make income. That's how you'd be able to turn this into a business. Now, my own personal experience, this is something that I invested in. So we purchased a barber salon. I didn't do a beauty salon, I did a barber shop. And there were 6 stations in the barber shop that was outfitted. So it had a chair, it had a mirror, just a basic table and that sort of a thing. And barbers rented each station. So in this salon, there were 6 barbers who are in this barber shop. There were 6 barbers who paid their rental income to me weekly. And, it was a business that was profitable and did well. Business idea number 5, in-home care and cleaning services. Now, everybody is living a completely hectic life. Our lives are so hectic these days that we could do with some additional support in the home. And this is especially true for our baby boomer generation. So, baby boomers are those who were born between 1945 and 1964, right? Those are the older folks among us. And many of them at this point in their lives require some support at home, right? So, they may need somebody to come in and clean their home, or they may need somebody for companionship just to ensure that they're taking their medication on time, that sort of a thing. Or for traditional families, parents may need somebody to help to clean their home once weekly or get the laundry done, that kind of a thing. The way how you could turn this into a business is you could hire in-home care attendants, market your business, right? And then send your in-home care assistants to different homes, whether it's to provide support for the elderly or whether it's to make sure that a family's home is clean or their laundry is taken care of. And then you could charge for that, and the income you earn, you could pay your assistants from that. Right. So this is not something that I have personally done, but I have been very involved in some of these services in the past, right? And I find that it is very lucrative because persons always need support in their homes, especially now when parents are working 2 and 3 jobs, right? Especially if you are a Gen Xer and you have a parent that you need to take care of, as well as children that you need to take care of, you know that that can be a lot for any individual. So having in-home support or once weekly support, the person doesn't have to be in your home, but definitely having that support is something that would help tremendously. Now, I hope you like these 5 business ideas. I think there's a tremendous opportunity here. Some of them I've done myself and they have been very successful for me. So I hope that these businesses have been some great ideas for you and you would consider starting one of these, whether as a side hustle or as your full-time business. Until next time, please remember to subscribe. Take care.